Hello, I'm back, and I'm painting numbers Series 2 in Wonders of Watercolor. And the reason I'm doing this is kind of loosen up people that like to paint tight, or also for beginners to show them just what colors go together. So it's just kind of a thing for me. Now, you know, I've enjoyed all my fans. Thank you for watching me. And here goes. I'm working on 140-pound Arches watercolor paper, which I love. It does the nicest things. And you don't have to shrink it. It buckles a little bit when you get too wet, but then it dries out right straight. So I hope you enjoy this. And I'm using today basically the three primary colors. And vermilion, ultramarine blue, and lemon yellow. And I'm also going to use some gouache in the same colors. So I'm going to start right now to show you the brush I'm going to use. I'm going to use this big rough 24-inch, and it's my basic. And when you're using a big paper like this, you really want a big brush, so you got lots of freedom. And so first of all, I'm going to start with yellow, and this is a gouache. You see, the gouache is the same. It's a watercolor, but it has more white added to it. It's not as transparent. Now here's the difference. I don't know if you can really see any difference, to tell you the truth, because to me it doesn't look like any difference. And then I'm going to put in some red, and this is gouache. And you see, as you put the red in, it sort of turns it orange, doesn't it? Which is a pretty color. Now, on my gouache, the red is just a little bit different. As you can see, it's heavier paint, and it covers up. It's not as transparent. And then I'm using ultramarine blue. And this time I'm going to add it up here because, and this is gouache. I'm adding it up there because it's near the red. And when you get red, if you get the right color red, sometimes you need a different kind of red to get the purple, that nice purple. You see, that doesn't really give me a real good purple. Now let's see what my this plain watercolor will do. This is the blue, and this is the vermilion. And I add more blue to it. See, it makes it a purple. So it depends on the shades of color you use. I'm doing this kind of a little bit different with this kind of a stroke, and then I'm also going to turn it sideways, and you see that's heavier and it's not as transparent, but I like to use both. So this is the ultramarine. Okay, now if I put that ultramarine in there, guess what I get? Of course, of color you're using, to what kind of green you get. And so you have to kind of play with it if you want to. If you want to do this kind of a thing, you just kind of play with it and see what colors, but using only the three basic colors. This is watercolor and ultramarine blue. Show you a kind of something I like to do. And you know what that is. I like to spray it and see what it does. And let it run down. You spray enough, it'll run right down. See what the watercolor does. Maybe a little over here. Just a practice type of thing that I'm doing with watercolor to show you the wonders of watercolor. Now here I've got yellow and I've got the green. Well, it's kind of a green. And I haven't got any orange. Much orange right in there maybe. But the three colors should make the secondary colors, which are purple, green. I don't like to paint around things. So maybe I want it a little lighter in there. If I bring in fresh water and go like this, I can get a lighter. You see the basic colors that you can use. And I'm going to put some of that up in here too. And that's almost all red. See how that is so, that is a little bit, sometimes it works and you don't like everything. This is a fine spray. That's what I wanted to show you. You see what it's doing? It does its own thing. And when you spray it, then it surely does it. So you put heavier spray on, and then it really does. Use quinacridone magenta as my red. And I'm going to use cobalt blue for my blue, and quinacridone gold for my yellow. Now I don't know what I'm going to get, but you know, that's the fun of this watercolor. Because you don't, that thing is exciting about it. I'm going to start with my magenta, and I'm thinking of putting it right in here somewhere. I don't know why, but you see when you put that over the blue, you get such a pretty color right in there. If you put it over the yellow, then and my cobalt blue, and put on over it, you don't get a green over that yellow. But let me try some quinacridone gold, and it's really not much of a yellow, really, but I'm going to try it anyway. It kind of comes out in more of a deeper yellow, and it does turn a kind of a light green over the blue. I'm going to spray with my fine sprayer up in here. I think it's going to see what happens. The reason I'm showing you all this stuff, if you're a beginner, you see what goes, you gotta watch and see what goes on. It's just one of those things. And spraying sometimes really, if you spray it hard, I know it, you wonder what's going to happen in this thing. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Putting the paint on, and it's so much fun, because you don't know what's going to happen. I like that. Now this